Welcome back to Doing Football. Today, Avery Chenier with us. I think Avery is going to have a good chance to help us with the views today. The people like the Skippers boys. Hopefully, it can help us out. But today, we're going to do. Avery made up this segment. We let him contribute to the show.
I came up with this idea in the shower this morning. When I was hungover, I was like, this is a good idea.
We had to let him on for that.
Avery, this episode's going out on Wednesday, man.
Okay, this was, I was hungover like pretty much every day.
So we're doing, what are we going to call this? We're doing...
I would rather blank than draft this player.
So another version of do not draft, but instead we're going to really put ourselves in the line with some things we'd rather do than draft these guys. So if you see us draft them in maybe the office league, we might have to do whatever it is that we say. But
hey, before you guys get going though, subscribe. This is the best football show on YouTube. The views haven't been showing it, which is wrong. So I need you guys to show your support. Like, comment, tell us who you wouldn't draft.
Yeah, and join the Discord because the Discord's only baseball right now. I need to talk some football.
We need some football talk in there.
We're gonna let Avery start.
Terrible idea.
Really bad idea.
Okay, here it is. This is what I came up with. I would rather die than roster a Pittsburgh Steelers player this season in fantasy football.
Look, I asked Avery to prepare and do something that wasn't die, but okay. So any Pittsburgh Steeler wide receivers,
Juju Smith-Schuster, my least favorite player in the league. Najee Harris has no O-line. He's the only one with a little bit of hope for his season, I'd say. Dante Johnson, no. Big Ben is actually the worst quarterback in all of football. I don't know how his yards per target are going to go down this year somehow. They might be close to zero.
Yep.
That's how incapable he is of throwing the football. There is one person that I want to roster, and that's Benny Snell, because I love Benny Snell. But that's about it.
What about Chase Claypool? Canadian?
Chase Claypool, no.
How is the only guy you want to roster a backup running back when it's the most crowded RB2, 3, 4, 5 group in the league?
He is so fucking gritty. Like, God, Pat Freiermuth too, because he's on the Dynasty team. But other than that,
you could get excited about Pat Freiermuth.
Not this season. He's a rookie tight end.
Steelers tight ends who are good.
No
Vance
one.
McDonald at one point.
Don't they still have Ebron?
No, they don't have Ebron. No. It's Freiermuth, and I don't know who it is. Maybe it's no.
I think Ebron's still there.
I don't think he is. But I do agree that I hate their wide receivers, despise them. One, because Claypool's a loser for being a whiny baby when he lost to the Browns. Like, oh, they're gonna lose to the Chiefs in the next
That was
round
such
anyway.
a peewee high school or peewee hockey move right there.
Yeah, he went to high school in the halls. You just saw your buddy, and he's asking you he's on the AA team, you're on the AAA team. You're like, dude, it doesn't even matter. Like, they're gonna lose the next round anyways.
These takes are so like personal vendettas.
Oh, 100%. I said I was coming in.
Why wouldn't you draft Chase Claypool? He's going to have a great season this year.
No, he's not.
I think he will.
No,
because he's like a freak athlete who is going to be the alpha on this team. He's going to be the number one outside receiver.
They threw the ball so much last year. They're going to try to run it more. Ben's another year older. He can't get the ball down the field. Like, why would I it just makes me uncomfortable, like to put that guy into my roster.
But look
and play
out,
him.
Another guy I might want to roster, Dwayne Haskins.
Oh no.
Avery, this show is gonna. That's gonna be over for the show.
Ohio State boy.
Did you read? I read this article that he was bragging about like a 300-yard passing game he had that they lost, and that was the breaking point. They're like, "Why is this guy still here? We lost, and he's bragging to the boys."
Love that.
About
Those
how
are
played.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are my least favorite team. I don't know if anyone knew that, but I just realized I hate Pittsburgh.
Did they sign him? Did they sign him?
Yeah.
See, like I can't. That's not a good locker room. That's not a good QB room. That would not be a good QB room.
If you guys don't want me on the show again, just comment. But that's sorry, Steelers fan.
I like a lot of those guys not to draft, but I think Chase Claypool is still a great buy, especially coming into his sophomore year. I really like him this year.
They still got to play the games, though.
Yeah, they got to play the games.
Someone has to do something in this offense. Like even with Jacksonville last year, they were the worst team in the league, and still James Robinson was really good.
How many touchdowns do one of these receivers have to catch in order to be like a top 20 wide receiver?
7.
Yeah, and that's asking a lot.
No, it's not. Chase Claypool had like 4 or 5 in one game.
Yeah, okay, and that was his one game on the season that ascended him in terms of his like.
What was that, like week
finish.
5?
Because they threw the ball the most in the red zone of like any team by a significant margin. They wouldn't run the ball on the goal line. They're going to run the ball more because
their O-line just got worse too.
But good players find ways to get the ball. He's going to find ways to score touchdowns. He's going to be more involved.
I don't hate it.
Touchdowns can just fluctuate so much. That's why
we got someone else got to go. I'm sorry for the Steelers fans.
Jared, well, actually, you know what? I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go. I've talked about this guy before on a show that got taken down. That's disappointing. Travis Etienne. I will not be
What would you rather do?
Yeah, sorry. You know what I'd rather do than draft Travis Etienne? I'd rather watch Anthony Lynn run the ball a gajillion times for the LA Chargers for the next 10 seasons and not use Justin Herbert's talent to win football
you really
games.
don't want to draft Travis Etienne.
I can't stand Travis Etienne. I can't stand Anthony Lynn. Enjoy that, Lions fans. Look, Urban Meyer is telling us by talking about what a dynamic player, he can run as a wide receiver. He could be a running back. He's so dynamic. You know what he's telling us? He's saying, maybe Travis Etienne isn't that good of a running back. We need to use him in other ways. I love this stat. His yards per carry in college at Clemson dropped 8.1 in 2018, 7.9 in 2019, and dropped to 5.4 yards per carry in 2020. What do you think? What does that tell us? Why is a guy getting worse as he plays more seasons in college with one of the best college teams during that 3-year time span?
Are you low on Etienne or are you high on James Robinson?
I don't want either.
Neither. You're big Carlos Hyde guy?
So
Ohio State boy. Now we go.
God. Yeah, Urban Meyer. He's going to lead his team to
first
plenty of success.
Huge on Carlos Hyde this year.
Carlos Hyde, Dwayne Haskins.
Those are our guys.
So this is just what I think about the situation. James Robinson led the team to 4.5 yards per carry last season, which was 11th in the NFL. They actually ran the ball pretty efficiently, even though they stunk and didn't run the ball all that much. But shitty teams equal shitty rushing totals. They were I think they were bottom 4 in the NFL in terms of total yards per game. And we're going to take 2 guys now to fill out this rushing total. I don't know why I'd be looking to take Travis Etienne. Chark, Chanot, Marvin Jones to all get the ball to his wide receivers. At best, what is Travis Etienne?
Probably like a third down guy. There's just so many guys in that offense now. I don't think he's going to have a very consistent role in this offense. And I agree with you, he's definitely someone I'm not going to draft, especially in the 5th, 6th round, wherever he's going right now.
Yeah, it
makes no sense.
Can they have him at receiver for OTAs or something?
Yeah,
too?
He's been running routes. So it's guys around him: Montgomery, Gaskin, Javonte Williams, Kareem Hunt, Leonard Fournette.
I take Gaskin over him every day.
They're all
of the
safer
week.
picks than him, I think.
Kareem Hunt is not a sexy pick whatsoever, but he's
going to get you the floor.
He gives you the floor. If Chubb goes down, he could be a league-winning running back if Chubb was out for a healthy amount of the season. Also, Kareem Hunt is in an offense with a team that's going to win football games, so they're going to be in running game scripts. Why would I take Kareem Hunt after Travis Etienne? I would never do that. Montgomery, easy role to workload. Like Avery said, Gaskin, easy outlook to a workload. I would like Fournette. What about Fournette?
I don't really like either of those guys.
I don't like either of those guys.
I'd probably take Etienne over him straight up, but Fournette's also going a lot later, I'd assume.
Yeah, he is going later. But still, I feel like I'd rather have Fournette. And even Javonte Williams probably has the way they've been talking about him in camp, he might be at a bigger workload than Etienne is.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon is his competition now.
And they've already started talking about that Gordon kind of not being the number one.
I just think you have to, especially if the coach keeps saying the same thing, you have to take that into account. And the coach is saying James Robinson, Carlos Hyde, they're going to be the guys on early downs. Travis Etienne will be a third down guy. So how much volume is that going to get him? Not very much.
We also saw Matt Nagy say that Andy Dalton's going to be the starter for the Bears.
I mean, obviously he's the most talented quarterback
saying it once and continuously saying it throughout the offseason. And I think we're going to continue to see that being said by Urban Meyer this offseason. And
do you know how many times they're going to ask the Bears media is going to ask Matt Nagy who the starter is in week 1?
Maybe they're just trying to take a little bit of pressure off Justin Fields early.
You also have to give the veteran the benefit of the doubt.
The Ohio State guy can handle the pressure.
Obviously, he played for the best program in the country.
Okay, moving on.
All right, let's go to my guy. I would rather stab myself in the eye with a pen than draft Curtis Samuel in fantasy football this season.
Jared, that was brutal. We had time to prepare. Both these guys didn't have good enough. Mine was great.
What do you mean? Mine was great.
Mine was honest.
That would be terrible. Stabbing yourself in the eye with a pen.
Stab myself in the eye with a pen. Get creative.
Okay. His season in 2020 was just a massive fluke, in my opinion. Heading into 2020, Carolina was going to put their offense solely around Christian McCaffrey. Everything they wanted to do was going to be about Christian McCaffrey. So when he went down, they needed people to replace that. So to do so, they took some of Curtis Samuel, they took some of Mike Davis, and they combined them together, and they had Christian McCaffrey's role. Look at the average depth of target for Curtis Samuel in 2018, 2019, 2020. Rookie season 2018, 11.9. 2019, 14.6. And then last year, it went all the way down to 7.3. That is a huge drop. His average depth of target halved this last season. He was a guy that his role switched completely, and now I think going into Washington, it's going to go back a little bit. I don't think it's going to fully go back.
It's going back.
He'll probably play a bit of a slot role.
It's going back.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that too.
I have two
Fitzpatrick
comments
he's going to throw the ball deep a lot more than Teddy Bridgewater will.
Oh,
so,
yeah, 100%.
First, this is a Ohio State player, so I hate this slander. Second,
so biased.
De'Ami Brown is going to be wide receiver 1.
Ahead of Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Terry McLaurin's another.
Avery's here to stir the pot. Oh, wait.
Terry McLaurin's another Ohio State player, so like I can't really
That's
say
true.
that.
Yeah. So what do you?
God damn, Ohio State is so
Johnny Brown's
good.
From UNC.
He was so electric, though.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Fitzpatrick hasn't had like a stable wide receiver 2 in Miami. Preston Williams, I think, was the second wide receiver for the last 2 years in terms of fantasy points for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Look, if Fitzmagic plays 16 or 17 games now, 17 games, he could support 2 wide receivers, I think, no problem.
Yeah, but the question is Curtis Samuel the clear cut too?
Yes. Well, Jared, you hate Amon-Ra St. Brown so much. What round was De'Ami Brown taken in?
3rd?
Yeah. What do you have to say about guys outside of the first 2 rounds?
First 3 rounds.
Oh,
it's
first
4th
3
round or later. You
Wait,
have
was
to
round
avoid
3rd
those
round
guys.
or 4th round?
He was a 3rd round pick.
He fell to the 3rd.
Yeah.
Anyways, the thing to think about here is Antonio Gibson has been, somehow he's still dealing with turf toe months upon months at the end of the season. So that's a problem. If he goes down, they're going to try to get the ball in Samuel's hands more.
Yeah, but you can't expect him to just go down.
No, I know. I get that. McLaurin's an injury proven to be a little bit injury prone, especially last year. I think Curtis Samuel, you can't rely on injuries with your draft picks, 100%. But I do think with Fitzpatrick, a couple quality wide receivers, he could have a crazy good year if the team's willing
we
to
know
run
what
for
Curtis
17
Samuel
games.
is when he plays more downfield role, and like in 2019 when he was the clear wide receiver 2 on that team, he only had 600 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Let's
wide
remember,
receiver with
let's
like
remember
38.
who's throwing him the ball though. Cam Newton.
Yeah,
That wasn't even a whole Cam Newton season, was it?
Yeah, it was
there's
probably.
There's also like just in general.
PJ Walker.
Yeah.
PJ Walker.
There's just in general a lot more targets in that offense.
No, PJ Walker was
Gibson
PJ Walker was
and
last
McKissick
year.
in the backfield.
No, that was the year before.
Was
Oh,
it?
you said 2017, right?
No, 2019.
2019.
Yeah, I'm not going
okay.
4 years back.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. 2019 was PJ Walker. Yeah.
Was it?
It
Okay.
was. But I get it. Like I get that you think that if he's not getting or he's not in a role where they're trying, like almost forcing him the ball, that his outcome might not be as good as last year was. But at the same time, if you combine both of those things, we saw how good he was when you got him the ball in space. I just think that
Ron Rivera brought him in for a reason, though, right?
Yeah.
And it's not to
But
use him.
when
That's
Ron
true.
Rivera had him, he wasn't good. He was only good once Ron Rivera left as the coach.
Fair.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't mind that at all.
Gibson
Anyways.
and McKissick, they're both going to have the roles that he had last year. He's the short to intermediate passes. They're going to be Gibson, McKissick.
Yeah, and the McKissick role too. He'll be interesting considering the fact that Alex Smith isn't there to throw the ball to only running backs, no wide receivers. There was a span in time that Alex Smith didn't throw a touchdown to a wide receiver for almost 2 years.
When I became a Chiefs fan, it was Alex Smith as the quarterback, and that was
Bullshit.
tough couple years.
It was when Mahomes came in.
Yeah.
Anyways, in the
That's it.
comments, tell us who your favorite Ohio State wide receiver is currently in
All
the NFL
of them.
and why
They're
they're going to
so
have
good.
such a great season. But in all seriousness, let us know you're not going to draft this season. Do you agree with, the takes from Avery about every guy on the Steelers?
Let us
do you
know.
like Debo? Do you not like Debo?
Let us know what you'd rather do than draft a certain player.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great
Yeah.
idea. Join the Discord. Link will be in the description. Also, get on Owner's Box. We're going to be having spinning up tons of content. Avery will be here for this content during the season, playing on Owner's Box. So download Owner's Box, check out the Discord, comment below. I got a lot for you to do. Make sure you like the video too.
Yep.
But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Love you guys.